And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Kindred Lists right here on Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful Dungeon Master for the evening, and it is birthday week, everybody! Bow, 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 bow. There it is, the chicken hat. We got it. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad that you're joining us for this exciting episode. We're on episode 51 of Kindred List here on Friday nights. We do want to thank our sponsors very quickly. We want to thank Twitch and Streamlabs OBS for allowing us to be affiliated with them. We also want to thank our good friends at Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp. If you type in !Little Dragon or !CCG in our Twitch chat, you will get a quick link to where you can click on it and it'll take you right to their storefront and websites where you can order some really cool RPG related gear. And if you visit Little Dragon Corp, you can use that coupon code PROBONUS to get 10% off of your order. Tonight's episode has two special sponsors tonight. Cardboard Castle Games has sponsored a giveaway for this evening, and we are going to be giving away these items. I have Candlekeep Mysteries, the module book, right here in my hands that I will send to you for winning the giveaway because it is awesome. And we also have a set of these Die Hard dice right here. They're probably going to be messed up by my green screen. I apologize. You probably see my face through them. But they are kind of like a sparkly teal with white letters, so that's really cool. We're also giving away a custom hand-drawn map by Dungeon Master Matt from Delve Requisite on Tuesday nights. So make sure that you stick around, because we're going to be giving that away as one big grand prize altogether. We're just going to do one giveaway tonight at the end of this episode, so make sure you guys stick around. I'll probably open the giveaway somewhere along our break time tonight, so that way you guys can get entered into the chat to enter that giveaway. We are also kicking off our Extra Life campaign. If you type !Extra Life in the Twitch chat, you'll get a quick link to where you can donate to help the kids and families in need for Children's Hospital and Children's Miracle Network. We set a goal to try to raise $1,000. We are at $500 currently, so we are halfway to meeting our goal. If you just got a couple bucks lying around, $5, $10, $25, $50, $100, whatever you're willing to give, go ahead and click on that link and help us raise some money for the kids. We really do appreciate it, and it really does make a huge difference to all these hospitals and local families in need. So, without further ado, I believe that is our last big announcement. Oh, I did want to make one announcement. Tomorrow we have a special stream happening. We are running the Alien RPG with our good friends at 20 Sides Every Story. That's going to start at noon tomorrow, and we'll run until everybody's dead. So make sure you guys tune in. We will have a prize giveaway tomorrow. We are actually going to give away the actual game that we're playing. We're going to be giving away the Alien RPG starter set tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that as well. It's a different system. It's really cool. It's actually an award-winning RPG system, so make sure you guys check it out. Last time, it's been a couple weeks, but our group finally made it to Menzo Berenzin, where they made their way into the bazaar and found one of the Xorlarrin family sponsored places in the market where they could purchase some weapons, some fine weapons made by the Xorlarrin family. I believe Vix purchased himself a nice blade. And
Callista bought it for me.
Oh, that was gifted by Callista. That was very nice of her.
Babies can't have money, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the party mom. It makes sense that I give allowance.
I'm baby.
Just a side note. Under the seeming spell, our party relatively look like they belong here. They do have a deep gnome, a crazy deep gnome with them currently, as the rest of them are in the guise of drow walking about. Molfin did send a little letter of interest to one of the other families through a little closet minion. And ended our episode with you guys walking around the bazaar, seeing this closet sitting on the shoulder of a female drow, dressed in what seems to be some kind of tight gown, as she's walking close, flanked by two male drow wearing long cloaks with weapons sheathed, kind of crossing over their back. Looks like a few rapiers or scimitars, as they are making their way. It looks like the closet's kind of pointing over in your direction, and it looks like they're still about ready to head over towards you guys, as the closet seems to have recognized you all as a group. They got a moment before they approach. Is there anything that you guys wanted to chat about or do before this?
How long have we been in town?
Yeah.
Not very long. I mean, you guys have just been walking around. I'd say, like maybe an hour and a half of just kind of walking around the mall.
Could I do detect magic just to be on the safe side? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna cast detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay.
Molfin, would it be weird if you took point on this, or should one of the quote-unquote draw take point on this? Like, I don't know.
Molfin's going to turn and look at Callista and Riled on that one.
Okay.
I mentioned we also have telepathic bond enabled currently, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did cast that. Now you burnt a spell slot to do that when we were in the city.
Remind me, didn't Molfin tell this closet to go get her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
Actually, I don't know if Molfin told the party.
I don't think
don't think
Molfin told
he
the party, so
will.
Callista's just like, I don't know what's your plan here.
Molfin will, through telepathic bond, guess I probably should have mentioned that when I sent the thing off. My thought was, find a family potentially below yours to act as potential allies.
That could
What if
work.
they like each other already?
Hmm.
Does that happen?
Yeah, but if we give them enough reason not to like them, shouldn't be that hard.
Well, not even enough reason if we tell them that we can help them surpass them. Who doesn't want more power?
They're probably definitely going to look to suppress them. And I'm sure money wouldn't hurt.
I don't have any money to give.
But if they already surpassed them, do we know that?
I am merely a crazy deep gnome.
Like, with a giant diamond.
Yes, but I need that for spell components.
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, do what you want to do.
Before these people, like they're walking towards you, before that even happens, you hear a clearing of throat coming from behind you.
Oh no.
Milady, addressing Ashlyn.
Yes.
You turn around and you see Brackthel. I do apologize. I did not get your name.
My name
Yes, milady.
is Ash-
I got it. We're House Lunatar.
Ashleen from House Lunatar.
House Lunatar?
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, I got a question for you, Kristy. Would that be a name that would be recognizable?
It
In Menzo.
by Drow Elven accounts, the name itself means like nobles of the moon, but
Okay.
she knows this is not a house that is in Menzo.
Okay, perfect.
Because we're our guise is that we're outside of Menzo.
Got it. Yep.
But it's nobles of the moon if that helps with
Nobles of the Moon.
undercommon.
Excellent. What did you say your first name was again?
Ashleen.
Ashleen? I love it. Ashleen. Should I address you as Ashleen or milady? Formally?
Of course.
Okay.
You
Yes.
may.
Excellent. I am looking forward to seeing you later.
Yes, as am I. Looking forward to see you with my compatriots.
Ooh, absolutely. Is
Yeah.
there a place we should meet?
Perhaps back here at your wares.
That's fair enough. That shall do. He kind
Wonderful.
of looks back down to the child holding the sword, kind of nods, and then walks off. Everybody, well, Molfin, you do notice him take like one quick like side glance at you. You don't even need to make a roll for it.
Aaron, right? Actually, Molfin probably like just glancing at him over his shoulder, but watching the group approaching us more.
Okay, you got it.
But seeing him look will just take that little extra second to just sort of try to catch eyes with him
Mm-hmm.
and smirk.
He gives a very hesitant little smirk back and continues to walk towards the booth. And then the other three approach. The closet on the shoulder is like excitedly like pointing down to you and like kind of jumping on this elegantly clad female in the middle. And there, that one. That's the one. Right there. That's it. That's the one. And then the woman just kind of looks very good posture. Very straight back, chin up. Looks towards all of you. Very, very good, Igdaimir. You've done well. Is this the group that sent for us? She's just like looking at all
Yes.
of you.
Yes, we did send for you.
Perhaps there's a
My
proposition we wish to make for you.
my matron mother sends her regards. I am Priestess Mina.
Molfin visibly just sort of
Yeah,
looks down a little bit, just sort of rubs his temple a little bit.
Callista, you would know. No matron mother is just going to come out into the bazaar to meet a group with a little letter. it's just, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So you get the idea she sent one of her daughters or priestess that are coming up through the ranks and sent her out here to see what this is all about.
Always with the hired help. We have a proposition for your matron. Ways to advance, shall we say.
Well, great. I'm all ears. What is this proposition?
Well, perhaps public is not the best place to discuss such things.
Do have a
Prying
point.
ears.
She kind of looks around, and it's the crowd around you are very lowly. Like there's not like a whole lot going on with it when it comes to like, you don't see like nobles like parading through the bazaar. Maybe a few of them are shopping for the families or something like that, but none of the people around look like, she definitely looks a little bit out of place, like standing here with all of you right now. Fair enough. It looks like she's pondering, like trying to find like perhaps we could meet on the other side of the city, perhaps in the outskirts of the Donegarten. Does that seem adequate?
I do not see why not. We can discuss opportunities of benefit to both groups.
Is this something that you want to do right away, or shall it wait?
We have the time now.
Ah,
What time if I did 2/3 intern something? No, intern of the month. I had to meet back there at a certain level of the clock. flowy.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
You
That's from like
you have an idea. You,
So what-
you have about 6 hours.
All right.
Okay,
Mhm.
We got plenty of time.
Yeah, we have time
just
now.
making sure. Okay.
Yeah. Good call.
Okay. So basically what she does is she offers to give you guys kind of like a tour of that half of the city on the way over there. We don't have to like role play the whole thing out because it's just basically her just like walking and showing you like different areas and things like that. She, as you guys go on the kind of like edge of the Narbondellan and Eastmere, you can see like the difference between the two places. The Eastmere and the Brayrin over there over the side, that's kind of like the slums of Menzo. So it's kind of like you go from this very rich neighborhood and you look like kind of like across the street and you see like the poor, the poverty stricken kind of parts of the city. And you make your way to the Donegarden, which is basically farmland that kind of surrounds this massive lake, underground lake here. She does tell you that there are myths of ancient Drow heroes that are like somehow like in a magical stasis and like buried in the Donegarden, in the waters, and they're in the like deep in the depths, and that they're like magical wards that protect them.
There you go.
So there's like it's all like a little hazy to her, and you can tell like she's probably new to this rank. She hasn't been a priestess probably all that long, so she's still trying to work her way up. You can tell she's a little bit on the younger side as she's kind of giving you all these descriptions. But she leads you over there into kind of like a garden area that's more like a fungi mold garden kind of area where they have these strange vines and different things and a bunch of these shrooms and fungus just all around. And there's this bench that she kind of makes herself comfortable on, and the two individuals that stand with her kind of just stand behind the bench. They haven't said a word like the whole time they've been here. Like she's just been talking the whole time, and they've just been watching all around. They've been watching you guys closely. You can tell these are just bodyguards.
When Molfen looks at them, they all look like I'm not seeing any sort of superimposed image. It doesn't look like there's any.
Oh, with your true sight?
Altering. Yeah.
Nope. Nothing like that.
Okay.
And she kind of...
and as we're wandering, Molfen will...
When she sits down, she
before-
doesn't offer to let any of you sit on the bench. She sits right in the middle of it.
As we're walking, because it's probably... By the time we get there, telepathic bond will probably have worn off. So both, as we start getting close to that, Molfen will mention to Callista and anyone else that when Molfen starts bringing up this plan, to keep an eye on her to try to gauge her reaction.
Noted.
Because Molfen probably won't be able to pick much up because
Okay.
Molfen.
Cosmo.
And do I see anyone other than her and her guards around us?
It's kind of like there's what looks to be maybe a few people off like tending some of this garden area, but it looks like they're just like servants, and they're a good bit of ways away. Like they wouldn't have a visual, like they might have a small visual on you, but they're not going to be able to hear your conversation.
And then she sits down, Molfen's just going to turn and look at her. We are intending to take down one of the local houses that is currently, from my understanding, is a step or so above yours.
Oh, really? That's quite bold for some out-of-towners. She just kind of like gestures towards like Like, she's just, like, looking at all of you. Like, you can see that there's, like, non-recognition in her eyes. Like,
Appearances can be deceiving. There is more to us than meets the eye. Suffice to say, we have reason for our actions, and
what reason would that be?
Revenge?
that
Oh.
would definitely be one of them. Suffice to say, we run into some members of this house during an excursion.
Hey,
Time for us to get even.
thank you for the follow.
Time to
Treasure Coast
even-
Tabletop.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Sorry, my cat.
They intervened in some business of ours.
My cat keeps on interrupting the stream. I apologize.
Just wants to be on camera.
That's it.
This is my chance for stardom.
Not
Look at
a-
Yeah,
that.
let it be a star.
Not an interruption, it's a special guest appearance.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You know, as long as she doesn't do what she's currently doing on the camera, then we'll be okay, or Twitch will block us.
Okay.
Oh no.
Naughty, naughty.
That's it. Hey, that's my notebook. Stop that. Where are you going? What are you doing? No.
Eat your ask.
The cat followed her from the house and it's just like, hey, it's my turn now.
That's it, that's it. So, excuse me. What are you doing? Get away. She's kind of looking at all of you and so telling me about this house. What house are you addressing?
Oh, I thought you meant the cat. I was waiting for the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Morphin will sort of glance around at the group. House Xorlarrin.
Yes, they are a bit above us.
Not for long if we work together.
Listen. You have got to be crazy. As much as I
Not
would,
crazy.
as much as I
Jury's
would,
out on that one.
as much as I would love to get in on this, that's dangerous right there.
That house has been a disappointment to Lolth over and over again.
Oh, and I will not disagree one bit, but that makes him ever so more dangerous.
Not if you get rid of them.
Do you really think they could ever regain any sort of stature, knowing that a group of no-ones from outside of Menzo took them down in their own home?
Don't they say the higher the risk, the greater the reward?
You see, it's complicated.
Always is.
It always is, yes. So I guess and you can tell she's not very experienced in this. She's
Mhm.
stumbling over her words a little bit. She's not sure how to respond to you all. She's just meeting you for the first time and just only spent like the last 20, 30 minutes, walking through the city with you. What is your plan? Are we talking infiltration? Are we talking full-out attack? Are we talking war against another house?
If it gets to that,
All of the above.
preferably.
It will not be war if we raze them to the ground.
Well, see, if we attack, we will need to raise them to the ground. You see, for if any of them survive, justice can be brought against our house, and all
aware.
the other houses will be brought against us. That is one of the ways of Lolth.
Unless your house is not known to be the cause of it.
And how might that happen?
strange group of outsiders are the ones involved with it. You are, as they call, a shadow partner. You provide aid without the risk.
Make a persuasion check, Molfin.
What do we need her for? Do I know?
Realistically, we don't. Molfin is looking for cannon fodder.
Can I inspire him?
How would you like to inspire him?
I'm like walking around and I flash him a grin and like a sparkle out of my eye.
The little drow child looks at you and winks, and you see a little glimmer in his eye. And you feel awfully
Oh, creepy.
inspired by that, Molfin. Is that a D12 now?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
it is.
Okay, let's. I got a D12. There's a D12. Oh, that's going to help. That's an 11. So that is a 21.
21. She looks at you and says, I do like where this is going. As long as you can promise that our family name stays in the shadows. It cannot be brought to the surface. And she winks at you.
Molfin gives a little bit of a smile, and it's. We are talking perhaps. Borrow a few of your warriors with your and their agreement. One of our more arcane gifted individuals casts a spell on them, instructing them they work for us. If anything were to happen and they get found, and we are unsuccessful, your guards are found to be acting under influence of an enchantment. And there is one other house that has reason to have issue with these outsiders. At worst case, the Xorlarrins are left somewhat wounded, and you have a potential ally with them in hunting the ones who did this.
Sounds like an idea.
And if we are successful, and it gets found out, then we still have stolen your soldiers. It is how Xorlarrin's fault for failing.
She gets this strange look on her face as this is happening, and she starts to look at all the female drow standing around not saying anything. And the one leading the conversation is a deep gnome to her right now. And she looks at all of you and says, why do all of you let this one do the talking?
I am going to do something really... I don't know if this is going to work. I am going to be casting Alter Self once more.
Okay.
But I'm going to make myself look like an old matron.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like let it flash for like a few seconds, just for her to see my like true features.
Okay.
Because
Okay. Do me a favor.
kind of hinting that I need him to do the talking for me.
Okay. Do me a favor. I want you to make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
What's another dice? Let's do this one. Okay. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Where's the natural 1 and a natural 20?
Very good. Very good.
Plus 1.
She almost makes the stool fall over backwards as she is startled by this image. And she rises to her feet and then looks to the two individuals behind her, and they kind of just look down, and she's like, Pardon me, I didn't know I was in the presence of...
You weren't supposed to know.
And who do you represent?
Me.
She kind of smiles and says, now I am not able to work out this deal, but I can bring it to my matron, and she trusts my judgment on this. So you just need fighters. That's all you're looking for?
And you need to tell me where you got that dress. Because I need one.
My daughter has a date later.
Yes. I can do that. Yes.
See to it that your matron knows.
Yes, she's definitely nervous now.
I'm nervous.
She's very nervous, and someone is trying to steal her clothes. But she's kind of looks back down towards Molfin. I mean, how many are you requesting?
Molfin's going to sort of glance back over towards Callista a little bit. Try to sort of just, stealthily a little bit turn to look with her back towards the group and be like,
How many do you have?
How many can you spare?
I mean,
Realistically, what do you think your matron will be willing to spare?
Realistically, she's going to be hesitant and she's going to be nervous. I mean, this is a big ordeal. I mean, we currently have a militia of about 30 warriors.
Not bad.
5 to 10, possibly, at the most.
Let us try for 10 then and see what she
10
says.
Yeah, 10 would be reasonable.
Of course, we have Nari and Volgar here that are our top elite warriors.
Molfin's going to glance over it towards Callista and then sort of put his head down a little. But I know what elites can mean. I would not request your elite. Your rank and file will suffice for what we are attempting.
Okay, well, I will see what I can do. Another question that keeps boiling through my mind is, how are we going to make it that our individuals are not recognizable to this house?
In the same way that we are not recognizable to you.
She kind of takes a quick glance back at Callista from that little disguise trick that she did and says, right. That should work. Now the Xorlarrin family, they do have arcane practitioners. Some of them might be able to see through the guise.
Molfin's going to reach down into his pocket, pull out a single coin, and cast a light on it. We are not without our own.
Well, I will hurry on and get this information back to Lady Tourmaline and inform her. When do you need this group?
As you heard, then again, head down a little, bows a little towards Ashlyn. Mistress has a date this evening, so we will not be approaching anything until the morrow. So if you speak with her, we can arrange delivery, shall we say? Mid tomorrow.
Mid tomorrow works for me. Meet here.
Of course.
Okay. She kind of looks towards Callista and gives like a curtsy. And then kind of looks at all of you and just casts a little smile and then turns and she snaps her fingers and the two men just like follow behind.
And as she goes to walk away, Morven's going to give a little bit of a bow.
Okay.
Closer just turns her back and is just like.
So if I'm getting this correctly, me and Ashleen are sisters. Vix is my son, and you are our mother.
At the moment, I was panicking.
Grandma!
Love it.
Damn it!
Grandmother!
At this point now, hearing this conversation, Morven's going to turn and look at Riled and Silver. So which one of you is daddy?
No.
Oh.
Round immediately points to Silver.
That's enough. That's enough.
As you guys are doing this, all of a sudden, Molfin, you can see the people with true sight can see a Quasit kind of come out between two like massive mushrooms. He's like munching on something. What? Where? What? No! Where'd they go? What? Wait for me! Ah! Wait for me! And as you point that way, he goes just running off.
Thing is going to get itself killed.
It's better than Impy.
Maybe I should send Impy after it.
No.
Then they can play together. It'll be a wonderful little play date.
One of them will kill the other. Probably Impy will kill it.
That sounds like chaos waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, but isn't chaos what we are looking for here?
Wait till tomorrow.
If that's your alignment, I mean,
So-
I guess.
We have another slight situation we should probably plan for.
Yeah.
Our sleeping arrangements.
Oh, we should go to it. Do they have inns in Menzo?
Oh, they do.
Are they welcoming and all? We should go to an inn.
Right, but you cannot be near me.
We should find a cushy mushroom over here.
I have
Which-
a solution for that, I guess.
You do?
Please.
Yeah, you have your own demi-plane, correct? Do you have a place that you can sleep in your demi-plane, and can you cast that today?
Well, going to reach in and pull out his spell, which I flip to see what he prepared for the day. I mean, technically I did create, I do have it prepared, but it only lasts for a single hour.
You can show me that demi-plane. You go sleep inside. I open it back up tomorrow, the next morning. And we
Just
keep
using a
doing that.
rather...
I have no use for that high of a spell. That's the only thing I can do.
Well, let me toss my thought out. We know roughly where the Xorlarrin estate is.
Mm-hmm.
One assumes there's probably an inn somewhere nearby. Or if not, I find a nice little nook to go to sleep in.
I figured it out.
Go on.
We kill them all by
Oh.
letting Molfin sleep next to their house
For like a week?
for a week.
Yeah.
They're all just gonna die.
To be
This is
honest,
True.
that's not that bad. I mean, that's wrong. We
That's a good
can't
plan
kill
B.
possibly innocent people.
It's a good plan B.
How our plan B is me to spend a week dodging people around their house.
Hmm.
But at that same logic, that's just sort of where my mind went. If I sleep near their home, they will already be feeling the effects of a long, restless evening before we even approach to attack.
I like it.
And then the rest of you are in another inn at some point. The one problem is you will, by the time you go to rest, you will be yourselves.
I can cast Seeming again.
That works.
Yeah, let's do that. I think it's a good start. At least then we'll have the advantage in the morning. You stick around after her date. Don't go home.
I follow the strange, repugnant one that she is dating.
Let's not even call it that. Let's just say I'm getting a meal at his house. Like,
Am I mistaken? Were we all invited to this like date or
yes,
huh?
we're all
We were all
invited.
invited.
I have another
Nice.
idea.
Okay.
Okay.
What if she fully commits,
Nope.
plans a marriage,
Not happening.
then at the marriage we kill everybody there when they're not expecting it?
You want to do a red
Someone
wedding?
expected. Who would
Yeah.
do such a thing?
I don't know. It's a great idea.
Something about killing a man at his own wedding bespeaks of becoming cursed by the gods.
Well, we already are. So
It's not wrong.
Should
Not
we
me.
Valid
blame it?
point.
And we can blame it on Wolfen.
Raoul kind of chimes in and says, you know, sometimes when women are done with their husbands, they just kill them anyway and then marry someone else.
This is.
It's typical.
I'm going to say that that is what I did with
No
your
wonder you liked Mom. I should say under my breath.
I sure did live a lot longer, didn't I?
Nice.
you can marry him, play the long con, and then when you guys grow old together, stab him in his sleep.
I don't think I age anymore, but okay.
Raoul's like, that's
When he
an
grows old.
extremely long game. That's-
Sometimes it's gotta
Oh,
be
I
like
can
that.
die from old age. Yeah, but I don't suffer the effects from it. No, I have a boyfriend. This is just no. Thanks, so.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot.
You remember Galvin?
Right, I meant to send him a message about your date.
Oh yeah, don't tell him I'm sorry, but it's for revenge. He'll understand. Tell him I'm sorry. Dear Galvin, I am so sorry, but I am going on a date for revenge for Callista. Sorry. Send him that.
Anyway,
Can anyone send that? I meant that.
we just don't tell him.
But I feel
Yes.
guilty.
You can tell him later.
Okay.
We need to reserve our spells for the moment.
I can
Okay.
aid you in your guilt if you'd like.
Yeah, probably. I need a dress. Is black the color here? We're like dark vision.
Raoul
kind
kind of
thing.
smiles. It says, yes. It's-
Yeah, okay. I think I need like
You-
a black dress.
You did
or
see some
something.
people, purple and dark green or other colors that
Mm.
some of the Drow wear.
I was also thinking, we probably need some sort of like word or phrase in case anything goes really awful. Because like we really tend to just stab people without telling the others we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
stab people. We need to have a phrase on when we can stab people.
A safe
Pineapple.
word?
Pineapple?
I'm beginning to think you are referring to yourself, as I don't think any of the rest of us actually stab people.
I have a bad tendency and don't like going to
I stab
jail.
people.
Should it
Yeah,
be a
like
word
half
that
the
there's
party
no
says
way that we
people.
could possibly say in any other context? Searching for a safe word.
We can always
Dumpster
go with the
fire.
classic. Praise be to Molfen.
No.
No. How
Which means there is a reason you would say it elsewhere. Just pointing it out there.
Ryald's like, pineapple's kind of a delicacy here in the Underdark. You don't see too many pineapples.
I like it.
That's
I
true.
like it.
Alright.
They have to be
No,
I
if
don't
you
know.
scream that, you may have peasants running
They
to
have to-
attack you for pineapple.
they have to be
Mm.
imported.
Eh.
Important.
Oh, we should have brought a pineapple. Isn't
So
that
if
like a
things go
traditional
bad,
American
we
thing?
say pineapple.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Callista, I had this crazy idea, and you can tell me if this is bad. But I was gonna wear you like a necklace, and I really hate spiders, but this is how much I trust you. I was gonna wear you as a necklace, and then when his back was turned and you got your uncle alone, like he gave me a house tour or something, you could pop out of your shape and just shank him in the spine or something like that.
Actually, aside from stabbing him, that's actually not a bad idea.
Oh!
Me being a spider on your dress as part of the decoration, it falls off. All right, that's one way to go. Things. It's a good way to scout out the area and what exactly they have in their estate.
Okay.
All right, I'm okay with that. At least then you'll have backup if you're alone with him.
I really hope we don't see any kobold slaves, because it might trigger me a little bit.
Well, here's the thing. This is we're getting Renacon, like we're scouting right now. We won't have the other house's help until tomorrow afternoon. We should not use the pineapple word at all during this date.
That sounds really hard.
I know it
considering our
sounds really
repertoire.
hard. I know, and that's why I'm wondering if maybe only certain people go on this date with Ashlyn.
Ashlyn, make sure you don't order pineapple.
Okay.
Are we stabbing? He said it!
Oh,
Are we stabbing
crap.
somebody?
No.
Always order? Never order. Now I just have pineapple in my head.
Unless we all can agree that we're going in just for dinner and trying to like figure things out, it might be easier with less people there.
What would the rest of us do?
I don't know.
I'm not sure
Find
I
it,
agree
man.
with splitting the party and Vince Branson.
If we
Not
do
necessarily.
see, sorry,
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, if we do see any poor little kobold slaves, do they purchase freedom here? Is that a thing that you can do? I will give. Can I slip them gold?
You can purchase them to acquire them
Can I purchase them to acquire them to set them free?
later.
We would have
Yes.
to own them while we were.
You'd have to own them while we're in the city limits.
Yeah, but that's
purchasing your own kobold slaves.
but that's pretend. It's not real because I'll be
Yes,
letting
it's
them.
Well, they
pretend,
don't
but
know
you
that.
have to maintain the realism until we're out of here.
And they don't know that. You might just. You can't tell them that you'll free them because otherwise they'll get really excited and blow the con.
Diana, if you want to go around the market and purchase a shit ton of slaves to free later, that's fine, but
You're
you have to
pregnant.
own them as long as we're in the city. You can free them later.
Considering how much she beat the crap out of me, I think she can handle it.
Yeah, I know. As soon as she got us done, you started smacking them around, Diana.
Does anyone have a box we can stick Vix in until dinner's over?
Why?
I seem to have concerns of you stabbing people of owning slaves.
I'm
We're
not.
not. We're
going
not
to.
putting Vix in a box.
I mean, I don't disagree, Vix, but yes.
It's a vixen of box. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I just should censor myself.
That's so good.
Anyway.
The title of tonight's episode: Morphin will find a way to put him in a box just to make that happen.
No.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. That was perfect. That was perfect, Sarah. Thank you.
The timing on that, beautiful.
That's good. So
Beautiful.
good.
No, I won't stab anybody. I swear.
Okay.
We don't have to
Let's-
split the party. It's just a suggestion.
Let's
I'll
all use our
memorize
words.
them. I'll memorize their faces and stab them tomorrow.
I approve this plan.
Okay. Let's find
An inn or two.
an inn for at the very least for the rest of us to go back to tonight. A good, like, home base. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start leading the group back in to try and find.
What kind of inn are you looking for? Are you looking for an inn in the slums? Are you looking an inn in Dolthcloim, which is just outside the bazaar, which is kind of like middle class? Are you looking for an inn in the Narbendellan, which is like the lower noble class?
I would say for our guys, Narbendellan or higher.
Narbendellan?
What
Okay.
about you guys?
Yeah.
Like, we want to look like
Yeah.
we have money to spend, and this is how we're spending it.
Okay. You do find a pretty nice tavern in the Narbendellan. It's called Loth's Favor.
She's gonna visit me here. I can just feel it.
So you make your way in, and it's definitely upscale. It's built within a stalagmite that rises from the grounds, and you can see it has that kind of hollowed out, rounded chamber within. Decor of spiders, obviously, with definitely you can see like different kinds of webbing designs all around the room. There is a bar that seems to be carved out of the actual like rock of the stalagmite over on the one corner, and you can see there are definitely different types of furniture. Some of it's blackened wood. You can see other things. It looks like imported materials, imported furniture that all seems to have the same kind of artistic flair that you see all around the city. It's not very crowded. It's a very minimal attendance in here. There's only a few tables of other drow that seem to be sitting around enjoying meals. You do see other individuals walking around and waiting tables. You see a couple orcs that seem to be moving about, male and female orcs. You do see a couple drow behind the bar, and it seems that there is. You can see there's a kind of like a door to like what looks to be like a back area, kitchen area, and at times when it swings over, you can see a large, bulbous figure back there. It looks like to be an ogre back in the back room of this place. It has the dim gloom of those fairy fire lanterns kind of all around. Like the bluish and the pinkish purple tones that most of the rest of the city has. What would you guys like to do? Just get a room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a room.
Yeah, sure. Rooms in this establishment are 2 gold pieces per night.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you guys are paying to...
Do they have like a suite available?
Basically, all the rooms here, considering it's a lower noble establishment, they're all suites. That's all they provide.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys how many you want to jam into a room. It's recommended 2 per room, but they're not going to tell you no to kind of cram it into 1. If you want to do that, it's your choice.
I'll just get 3 rooms. I doubt we're all gonna stay in them, but just for the guys, she'll get 3 rooms.
Okay. You do get basically you walk kind of up this spiral staircase that kind of leads up to carved out upper levels, and it kind of keeps on going. Like it's almost like the rooms get smaller and smaller as it goes up towards the top of the stalagmite. But you get one kind of like two floors up from the base. And it's a pretty decent sized room. It just has your basic furnishings, but it does have a little bit of the decorative. You can tell it's an attempt at like an upper class society, but you can definitely tell that it's not like the most ritzy place here in Menzo. But you guys have your room. If you want,
Cool.
you can. I mean, we can fast forward. We can have a little planning time here. Whatever you guys want to do within your chambers.
How much longer is seeming gonna last?
How long have we been in the city? 8 hours.
And it was about 6 hours. So honestly, seeming will get you
Probably right up to the date.
right up to the time. Yeah. So you'll probably have to recast it before you guys leave.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do
Next.
another telepathic bond for that hour, or is that not
That
fair?
is my thought right before we leave. Vix, do you have the ability to cast Seeming again today?
I can cast it a lot of times today, actually.
If you can cast it and just basically set the illusion that we already have.
You still want to be what you are, not a drow.
That is correct. This is what I've been seen as.
Okay.
Like, can we go shopping first so you don't have to see more clothing? Because that seems silly.
Well, we
Oh.
don't need to go shopping. I can just change your outfit.
Well, what if someone touches my outfit?
It doesn't matter if they touch you, it will still go. The illusion will be on top of you anyway.
I guess
Okay.
I see what you're saying though.
No, I see what she's saying. Because if she has a seeming outfit on top of an outfit that's already there,
I have a
If it's my
dark blue. Is dark blue acceptable in this society? I have a dark blue pretty dress, it says. Fancy dress.
Riled says,
Well,
yes,
if
dark
you
blue
w-
is definitely acceptable.
I can
Alright,
make
I
it a
will write
different
that too.
color because it's going to be on
Okay.
top of your dress.
Okay. Well,
But I
will
see what
wear
you
my
mean
dark
because
blue
like
fancy
you don't want to
dress,
wear a
yeah.
flowy dress, and then it just goes through the flowy dress.
Right. I'm actually wearing kind of a pantsuit thing, so
Oh,
you know, I would need a dress, and you know, so I'm just gonna wear this one I already have in my inventory from the cocktail boat party.
okay. I can make it look different.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys all got fancy
you
dresses,
put-
fancy outfits
Yeah,
from that.
can you just alter like the pattern? It looks like there's spiders and spider webs on the
Yeah.
pattern. Cool.
I'll do it up for everybody. Whatever everybody
Okay.
wants, that's what they get. They look like they do now.
Don't worry about me. I
Okay.
got ultra self.
I can hit all of you anyway.
Unless you wanted to be a spider.
I will be a spider, but I can maintain ultra self.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll ignore Callista and get everybody else.
It gets to be about half an hour before the date. Right, how long will it take us to get to where we're meeting him?
Well, you're meeting him at the bazaar, so probably 20 minutes tops
Okay.
walking. Probably even less
Yes.
than that.
So right before we leave, Molfin's gonna cast 2 spells. First will be telepathic bond as a ritual,
Mhm.
and then
Okay.
second will actually be augury.
Oh,
That's a spell. That's a
Okay.
spell that doesn't get cast very
that's a
much.
good spell. That's a good spell.
So Molfin is going to pull out the stones that he uses for his Portence's divination in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and take a few moments right before we're leaving and cast his stones, asking how this basically how our plan for the date, how the date's going to flow for our plans of sort of this reconnaissance mission we're working on.
Okay, and for the spell augury, it just gives you like a feeling of a notion or something like that. Is that what
Like
this?
wheel, whoa.
It gives wheel for
Yeah.
good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both, or nothing for results that are just sort of eh.
The first notion that you get when you cast this spell is you get wheel. Is you really focusing on the reconnaissance aspect of this. Then there's a strange pit in your stomach, as you do get a sensation also of woe. And the woe seems to be strangely familiar to you.
I don't like that.
cult of Vecna.
Olfin hasn't met any of them. That wouldn't be familiar. That would be all y'all that get familiarized for the Vecna cult. Wolfen slept through that.
Oh yeah.
Muffin shows up.
Okay.
What I miss?
Well, you know, we met Vecna. The
It's fine. We met Vecna.
Di-
and you're like,
Diana.
you didn't call me?
Diana over in the corner just smacking this lich with a necklace.
Okay, so Molfin's gonna, after casting stones, will look at the. Seems like reconnaissance will go well this evening.
Okay. Good.
I'm just gonna start looking around the room, looking for like invisible sensors looking at us or anything like that.
Is it Moby?
You also get you also Riled kind of before you guys leave. Riled seemed kind of quiet throughout this whole thing. Now you can see he's a little. You can tell your passive insight tells you he's a little bit nervous. Before we do this, I must tell you a little bit about some of the people that you're dealing with here. Xerath is a very powerful matron mother who is most likely in desperation mode. He kind of looks at Molfin. You have something that she wants. And she needs it to achieve her goals. She will do just about anything to achieve them. You'll probably encounter the first priestess, her eldest daughter, Kiri. She is ego-driven. Desires to become matron one day, as all most priestesses do. Brackthal looks at Ashlyn. My older brother is a scumbag. He's very good with a blade. And actually had a son with my mother. His name is Ravel.
Whoa, back it up. Your brother had a son with your mother?
Yes. That is not uncommon here in this society.
Keep the houses pure.
Bloodlines. Pure bloodlines.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the banjo.
There's also a very powerful arcanist. His name is Sabrak. He was actually responsible for aiding in the start of the War of the Silver Marches. Something called the Darkening. Basically, a looming cloud cover and darkness over the lands of the north for months. And Diana, that probably stirs your memory, because your father went to fight in that war.
Oh shit.
This arcanist, is he a wizard as myself? Does he have a spell book?
Indeed, he does.
May I have his name one more time, just so I can be sure that I know who he is?
It's Sabrak. It's spelled with a
Sabrak.
It's T-S-A-B-R-A-K.
T-S-A-B-R-K.
Yeah.
A-K.
Yep.
Warning everyone here, that book is mine.
There's some others that have gone through Master of Sorcery School. Jameis, for one. He could be present. Usaslin, which is a powerful transmuter. He found great joy in transforming goblins into terrible creatures to serve his will. These are not good people. And they're out for redemption. You must be cautious.
Are you sure you want to go back in there, Dad?
Never been sure about anything in my life, but sure about this. You see him reach up, and he grabs an amulet, a necklace that he's been wearing. And he tugs it. And he pulls it off. And he opens it up and he dangles what looks to be like a symbol of Lolth around his neck. Then he drops it to the floor. I think I'm done with this whole spider gimmick.
I'm gonna reach to my side and pull off another amulet and hold my hand out to him.
He holds his hand out.
I drop Illustri's symbol into his hand.
I felt the power of the Moon Dancer for quite a long time. It's about time I just started to welcome her into my good graces. Like you did.
She'll be lucky to have you. As am I.
Yeah. So is that like an extra necklace that you had? Or
No, it's hers. She gave.
Gave it to you?
She wants him to have the extra protection
Okay.
from her.
All
Like
right.
if she has to choose, she wants him to get out of this.
All right. He puts
Diana?
it on, and you watch him like take one of his feet. He raises up, and he basically just slams his foot down on the one that fell onto the floor, crushing it and breaking it under his feet.
Very ironic considering the name of this tavern.
Yeah, that's right.
Diana turns around with a amulet of Ilmater's symbol on it, and she's like, "Oh, that's not. Oh, illustrate.
No, it's okay.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Different one.
By the way, and he looks at Diana's like, make sure no one sees that while we're here.
Yes.
Since you're an outsider, the first time it'll just be exile. The second time they'll just decapitate you.
Great. I love it.
Sounds fantastic.
I love it though.
We love it here. It's like Walt Disney World here.
I love getting decapitated at Walt Disney World.
Small world.
That's a t-shirt right there.
So
That's
if
a
I could
t-shirt.
I just love that your nephew is also your brother. What the fuck?
It is pretty messed up. I agree.
Gotta look at Diana. Welcome to Elven people.
Yeah,
No,
kobolds-
now I-
kobolds do it too.
Now I
Do it
may have been raised in the woods and eaten a few bad mushrooms when I was growing up, but that is something else. That is not our culture.
Rod's like, that's the one thing Menzo has a lot of. We do have lots of bad mushrooms.
I mean, those mushrooms were very fun. Helped me find myself when I was 16.
Close to 2, probably. Let's be honest.
All right, so Raud kind of wraps that up. He just wanted to give you some information because that's stuff that he would know, and he wouldn't want you guys to go into this, blindsided, not knowing that. He doesn't know everyone because he's been kind of cast away.
He's been gone for so long.
For a while, and the way Drow children are raised, they're raised kind of like by servants sometimes and by other members of their...
By the schools that they send
by
them
the
to.
schools that they send them to, so they really don't... Honestly, he might not even know some of the people that are in his own family. Like, it's just the way that this works. Awkward society.
Wolfen is going to ask him one question while he's going through his whole thing. How does the family react to demons or devils?
Devils not so much favorable unless they made a deal. It has happened in the past. Demons are sometimes considered a gift from Loth.
That could be useful.
Some powerful arcanists and other members of this society have the ability to summon demon servants out of the abyss in the demon web pits of Loth herself.
Sounds great. What are we doing here?
We're going to fight fire with fire.
Just knocking shit off our list.
Okay.
Is it not time for a fabulous dinner?
You guys all doing the seeming thing with your... Are you guys dressed in looking like you're in pretty nice attire for this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Vix gets the whole party clad in a very fancy looking drow accessories. Are you still going as the child, Vix?
Yes.
Still keeping it the same? Okay.
Yeah, I'll have like a little suit.
A little suit, okay.
Like a little ring bearer suit.
Nice.
With the bow tie.
Excellent. I can see that happening.
So I was thinking of names for you, and you're Deanna, and you're Kristy, and you're Silver.
No.
No.
I chose
I'm
Xena
really
for
bad
my
at
name.
I'm really bad at making up names.
No, you're fine.
I was just going to call myself Indigo.
I have to write this all down because I will forget. Indigo.
There.
You can call me
I
Rebel.
hesitate to ask what you were going to call me.
No, you're Super Bomb.
Silver, what'd you say?
You can call me Revelous.
Revless.
Rebelist?
Revelous, yes.
I was thinking the same thing, Silver. You can call me Ziv.
Oh,
Ziff?
that's his name.
I love that.
No.
XIV.
Stop.
And it's
God
just
damn
color
it.
backwards.
Ziff.
I'll climb
Ziv?
up on. I'll
Sim.
climb up on Silver's shoulders and just like headbutt him because we were thinking
Yes.
the same thing.
Damn it.
Rivers, Ziv, Indigo, and what did you want to be close to?
Xena.
Xena?
Yeah. Warrior Princess Beach.
Yeah, that's it.
Ziv. Yes.
Okay. What was Molfin's name? Was he going with?
Ziff.
Xanort.
Xanort?
Sorry, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Oh.
So, Ashton was saying, what was it? Snifflebum?
Bomb. Snivel Bomb. 'Cause
Snivel
I
Sniffle
bomb.
bomb.
Sniffle bomb?
I forgot the name in the underground, the Underdark city for gnomes. What is that?
Oh, Snurfable. Gee, I can't say the word.
Yeah, exactly. I can't say the word
It's a-
either.
it's
so
a
I
hu-
was
it's a
going for
tough-
As close as Ashley,
It's a tough
How about
word.
a
as close as
Snarf Cleveland?
Ashley could remember. That is
Surf
the
Cleveland.
name of
What?
it was. Yeah.
Snarf, no.
Snurfleblin?
Yeah. You guys know
Snurf
what I'm
Neblin.
trying to say.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Snurf,
Oh,
or
something
Smurf?
like that.
No, it's not Smurf. It's Snurf.
No, it's like SV, so it's
Smurf.
like
Yeah.
Smurf with a V.
Smurf.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta,
Zwerfniblin.
people in chat, help us.
Yes.
So that's as close I got with Snibblebomb. I'm sorry.
That's
I
cool.
couldn't remember the actual pronunciation.
Sniffle
of the
bomb, that
actual-
works.
That works.
Yeah.
Sniffle bomb. We like it.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are getting ready to make your way back over to the bazaar to meet with Brackthel, who is going to walk you guys to House Xorlarrin for this dinner. So you guys have made your way back to the bazaar to meet with Brackthel. Did you get it? Success?
I finally fucking got that stupid fly.
Success! You inspired yourself and rolled a 12. It was good. So you guys are headed back to the bazaar in your disguises, your spell disguise? Is that what we're sticking with? I know, Molfin, you discussed during the break something about a disguise kit, but I don't want to assume anything before.
Yeah, no, it's something that we're just sort of tossing around during break, but I don't think any of us are really proficient with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
least
we're
we're
already
around
balls
now.
deep in at this point.
No, yeah. So you guys do make your way back to that same location. You can see that the bazaar is probably a little bit more crowded now than it was earlier. Seems to be getting a little bit crowded here, maybe like a last rush here for the day. But you guys make your way, and you can see, before you even get to the stall, Brackthel is standing in front of the stall, and he is wearing a very nice, just some very nice drow attire. He actually has one of those, like, coats pulled over that has this, like, glistening kind of spider seams, like, throughout the coat. And it has the two, like, long tails that hang, like, kind of like a music conductor in the old cartoons would wear. You know, those, like, two, like, tails that stick down from the coat.
Yeah.
He has like a coat like that. It's the webbing kind of creates this like lighter gray look to the outside, and the parts, the collar where it kind of like folds over is like deep black, like jet black. And he has like these the sleeves on it have these it kind of folds back over at the sleeve, and you can see it kind of gets to deep black here and then turns into that lighter gray webbing look on the outside. He looks like he's got his best attire on here, Ashleen. And it looks like he's just kind of pacing about, waiting for your arrival. As you guys are walking, is there anything you guys want to talk about or do before you approach?
Is there anything I shouldn't mention, Wild? Like your whole you?
Don't use my name.
Okay. Alright.
That would be helpful. What name have you given me?
Reeled.
Reeled. It might cut it.
You can come up with your own name. I'm not
Molfin is going to very pointedly look towards Diana. How about Zolkin?
No.
How about I don't know any like name your
Wolfen,
best friend
I
growing up.
Here, minding my business, putting on my mascara for the evening.
Zosh, you're too pretty for makeup, Zosh. You don't need it. You're gorgeous.
How
How
about
about Zodnik?
Zodnik works. I'll take Zodnik.
Zodnik.
There.
I'm sorry, Ashlyn. I just think Reeled is too close to Riled. I'm not willing to take that risk. I'll jeopardize this whole thing.
Gotcha. Well, okay.
Keep in mind we do have the bond for an hour. And if you do happen to see any of those who you feel may be able to see through our illusions,
The old pineapple?
please scream into my mind so that I may cast an enchantment and yes.
Who are we looking for that can see through you, though?
Ryan had said there are some who may be able to see through the illusions. Who
Oh,
may
just
have,
anyone like in
I know.
arcane garments kind of thing.
He kind of looks at you and Silver and is like, I know for a fact that no one really has the same kind of capabilities that you two have, but the matron most likely has means, possibly of dispelling your abilities.
Yes, and if she tries to dispel them, we can prevent that from happening.
Sabrak may also have the same kind of capability. He's the most senior of the Arcanists. Most powerful.
I'm curious. What is the rest of us doing while she is on her date?
We're all going. We were all invited.
She was all invited to a dinner.
Oh, right.
We are
So
her
like-
attendants.
Yeah. Chaperone date.
The best kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't go alone, Ryld says on the first date.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
don't do
And please
and you
tell
and
me
you
what to do or
save
say.
save pineapple for the second date.
Okay. Also, please tell me what to do or say because Ashlyn does not know what to do or say ever.
You just
Ashlyn,
just be you.
Just be you,
Okay.
but don't say any of our names, and I think you'll be okay. Use our
Okay.
fake names, and I think you'll be fine.
If he pushes his boundaries, the men of the house will stand up for you.
No, Ashlyn will stand up for Ashlyn.
He
That's,
will not push his boundaries. He will do what you tell him because he is obligated to.
Interesting.
We can make this
Is this
work.
the
Look at him and say, "You are
Society?
mine, and it is law."
Wait, so we're trying to get rid of this matriarchal society? That sounds pretty neat, actually.
No, just this family, honey.
Oh, just that.
Mostly just this family at the moment.
Okay.
We'll
'Cause
tackle
Families
the
and
men.
daughters.
We'll tackle the Drow hierarchy society when we have a way to work the boundary. But for now,
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
No, I disagree. I think we should move here.
Yeah.
This pleases me. I would like to live here. This is
I
my
don't
fancy
wanna
drow
live here.
woman makeup, by the way. I would wear this every day if I
Yeah.
lived here.
I don't like it here at all.
I like to see
This
the sky
place
sometimes.
stinks. I completely agree. Silver and I are on the same page tonight, completely.
Anywho. Let's table that.
So
Let us go rob the Xorlarrin stand.
Okay.
So as you approach, Brackthel sees you walking up, Ashleen, and as you approach him, he kind of gives you a bow, and kind of holds out an arm for you to kind of like, for you to take, and kind of like tuck your arm within his.
I curtsy and say, "Oh God, I have to touch him," and put my arm in his. And I say, "Well, I have not formally introduced you to my companions. Would you like to do that now, or perhaps at dinner?"
Oh, sure, go ahead, absolutely. Whatever you say, milady.
These are my sisters, Indigo and Xena. And these are my attendants, Rivis, and Zib. And of course, oh, I forgot Sodnik. And of course, Snipplebum.
Yes, milady.
Good. Let's out of the way.
It's good to be able to put names to faces now. How's the little one doing with the blade?
I glare daggers into this man for calling me the little one.
He really is feisty.
Yes,
He's gonna
he
make a
is.
great warrior one day.
He does.
Well, Shall I lead you on to the dinner
Yes,
party?
of course.
Well, let us make our way. And he begins to kind of graciously guide you through out of the bazaar. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit on the map. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it. But he actually brings you to this tower. I'm going to shift ping you guys right in here. You guys see where that red dot is on your map if you're looking in Roll20? Yeah, that's it's kind of right on the edge of that shroom forest that is kind of elevated on a plateau. That's called I can never pronounce it right. The Quilazarl, which is basically the plateau where all like the richest noble families of basically like your 8 council families live. Basically, it overlooks this place. And he basically just guides you right to the front door. On the side of it, you can see that there is kind of like a place it's like a fenced-in animal stable area. And you can see there's these massive lizards inside the stable area. And Ryld would have told you that a lot of Drow societies, they kind of like raise these giant lizards like horses. They use them to kind of like ride into battle. It seems that the Xorlarrin family has a little bit of a stable, and they do have some of these massive lizards contained within the outside. This tower kind of splits in different areas, and it looks like it has stalagmites. It's like built from a stalagmite, but it has these rock features that kind of stick out, and it looks like it's been carefully carved on the outside. It's got fairy fire kind of glistening all over it. It even like the walls even kind of like have this little fairy fire sparkle to them of blues and purples and pinks as you guys approach. Strangely enough, the entryway isn't super flamboyant or decorative as you guys get ready to enter into what seems to be kind of like a foyer area, almost like a little cave that enters in. And you twist about for just a moment, and then it opens up into a chamber. And before you can see as the chamber opens up, there are 2 curved staircases that are carved into the darkened rock on either side, the right and the left. And in the center stands a massive spider that seems to be made from adamantine metal and jade crystal. And it's just stationary sitting there. And he just nonchalantly just keeps on walking and starts to lead you up. He goes to the right side stairs. It seems like the stairs just like circle about and go to one main door at the top. Just like kind of 2 sets of stairs that lead to one landing, in essence.
You all would hear Mulfin's mouth drop looking at that adamantine statue.
Mm-hmm. Ryld knows you guys have telepathic bond on, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's included in it.
He would tell you this is called a jade spider guardian. These basically, if there's any alarm whatsoever, these will animate. They're magically enchanted to come to life if they need them.
Great.
How many are there in the house?
Right now you only see one, and Ryld kind of is not really sure because he's been gone for a long time, and when he was gone, they probably had initially, like when he was here, they probably had a different estate because they were at a different standing
Gotcha.
before.
Okay.
So he's not 100% sure, but most typically he would tell you typically your higher level drow houses will have more than one of these. probably some of the lower nobles probably don't even have one, because you have to have a powerful arcanist to be able to even make one of these. So the Xorlarrins have the arcane powers to be able to do something like this. So but he leads you through that entryway, and you go into a foyer that's very well decorated with all the Drow and Lolth motifs. You make your way up a couple landings of steps, and you can hear the chatter of many voices. And you can also hear what sounds like music coming from ahead of you. Sounds like minstrels playing a full gauntlet of different upbeat music as you guys approach into a large, what appears to be banquet hall. You can tell that you're in like a large carved out area of the center of this stalagmite tower. And I will actually take you guys over to a map of what it looks like, so you guys can visualize it as I kind of go over it a little bit. So those of you who are unable to access Roll20, if you guys want to share a picture of this, it's very big. Are you guys able to see, wait, hold on a second. Are you guys able to see that? Those of you that are in Roll20?
Yes.
Okay.
And we see all the tokens too.
Absolutely. You will see all the tokens. You guys have entered down here at the bottom, right next to where this individual is. That is Brakthel's token as he enters in. You can see that the floor is carved with decorations of spider-like symbols of Lolth. There are pillars that surround the room, glistening with fairy firelight, magical fairy firelight. You can see there are entryways and other door points on either side, and there are two staircases at the end that seem to open up into an overlooking landing that has a much decorative door kind of up at the top of this area. I could not put them on here, but there are several round decorative tables all around the room. They're standing tables. There are no chairs, so everybody's kind of standing around these tables, enjoying what seems to be light beverages right now, as Brakthel brings you guys into the room.
I'm sorry, where are we standing?
Right at the southern end.
Okay.
Yep. Like, Vix is pulling his little guy up there. I mean, you guys don't necessarily have to pull tokens, but if you need to be able to visualize it, you can. It seems to be everybody's just gathered together. It looks like everybody's wearing their nicest attire. You can see several of these individuals are definitely of noble status and are wearing their nicest gowns. It appears that whatever is happening here at this dinner party is very important, and seems like you can see bustling out of some of these doors, or some different servants of different species and races seem to come out carrying these large platters. And as you guys approach, you can see that there are different plates of what seems to be the same type of food on each one. Steaming plates as they set them down, and they take these little carved spider webbing kind of, what are those things, silver things that they put over top of dishes and stuff? What are those? There's a specific word for them, but I'm just going to call them a cover, like dish cover. Start opening up, and you can see
Chafing dishes?
that might be it.
No, those are what's under.
Those are
That
under.
get heated.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lid thing. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
It's kind of like just like this metal lid that they pull off, and you can see the steam kind of rise up from the food that's beneath. You can see it looks kind of like a some type of crustacean. Looks kind of like maybe like a lobster of some sort, but definitely not a normal lobster, whatever it is. Some type of enlarged crawfish or something like that they're using as the main course here. It seems that everybody is very impressed by the food as it is being brought out. Brackthel kind of leads you into the chamber, and he is immediately addressed by this individual. Kind of walks down. It looks like a drow with this long, almost like trench coatish looking attire on that has a collar that's pulled up, and the collar kind of just like wraps around the top of his head a little bit. He has a little bit of shorter white hair that seems to be like kind of like pulled over to one side a bit, and he's like, Brackthel, it seems that you brought some guests, and walks immediately like around to Brackthel and kind of bows to Brackthel a little bit. He's like, yes, I have some newcomers. This is Milady Ashleen of a sector outside of I believe that she said oh gosh, DM Michael forgot the name of the city. Skullport, that's what I was looking for.
Skullport.
Outside of just outside of Skullport. And the other guy kind of smirks at Skullport, and at the Skullport thing, and it just kind of like, he looks at you, he bows to you, and just says, welcome, milady. And Brackthel kind of introduces this guy as Alcirson. This was the person that Ryld said was a transmuter, who liked to transform goblins into creatures. And he seems to kind of just like gesture over towards the table, and Brackthel kind of leads you over to one of the standing tables that seems to be unoccupied at the moment. And he kind of is like, he kind of just like holds up his hand, and it seems that some of the servants are starting to rush for some trays to bring you guys over plates and beverages.
Molfin's looking around the room. Does it look like anybody has like any sort of a guard or individual servant with them?
Make a perception check.
Could I try and read lips on conversations that are happening around me?
Also make a perception check.
Not great. Oh, okay, I keep forgetting how high my perception is. That is 17.
It's hard to tell because everybody's dressed up, but you're assuming that probably some of these individuals are... You haven't really seen anybody of noble stature just like walking around on their own. Even these individuals that Ryld is kind of mentally like pointing out individuals to you guys, since you guys can talk basically without talking. He points out that Sabrak, that the wizard responsible for the darkening, is kind of up here next to the staircase, like having a conversation with another drow at the table over here. And this Jameis, who is another sorcery individual, is over here, kind of sitting across at the table, sharing a meal with another drow over there.
Can I, knowing that, could I try and focus on the like big sorcerer to the left?
Sure, you could. What was your perception roll?
31.
31. God. Most of the time his mouth is full. He's eating as he is having this conversation. You're picking up a bunch of small talk. So it's just really just conversation about, he's talking about he's an older, you can tell he's definitely an older wizard, and a lot of times it seems like he's telling kind of like a story to this other individual, and he's oozing ego.
Okay.
Like, you're not even sure. It's almost like with a perception check of 31, with this conversation you can tell he's flamboyantly enhancing his story to make himself even seem better than he really is.
Gotcha.
So...
Okay, I'm just going to keep my eye on him, knowing that he is a potential threat to this ruse. So I'm just going to keep my eye on the wizards of the family.
Okay.
And that's basically what Molfin's doing, is trying to... How large... where is this table they brought us to?
I would say I'm going to move... It's going to be like right here in the bottom right-hand corner, right where I moved Brackthel to.
Okay.
Okay. And it's not a very... It'd be enough to have all of you at the table. So it's big enough to support all of you, but with all of you there, it'll be kind of packed in once the plates get there and the beverages and all that kind of stuff. So, but you guys are given your meals. It's a hot, steaming, kind of like lobster meal that has like a side of these boiled mushrooms that have some kind of interesting seasoning all over them. You're brought some different kind of beverages. It seems like some kind of imported wine that is brought to the tables. So Brackthel kind of gestures to the food. It's like, straight from Dark Lake. This is matron spared no expense for this meal.
Impressive.
Shit.
Do I really do? And in thought, I'm like, do I really have to do this all night?
In thought.
Molfin will think back that- yes, you do. But please, if someone shout at me, I'm trying to watch these 3 spellcasters. If I start noticing any spellcasting, I will do my best to stop it.
There are spellcasters here?
What if they just want to cast like?
Listen to Riled when he's thinking to your head.
Yeah, I point out the wizard in the far left.
He sounds like a dad, and I tend to ignore father figures.
My
That's a
God, somebody
shame.
I just pat my dad on his knee. Okay.
He just shakes his head. So really, it's Brackthel just starts to kind of he basically gestures towards Ashleen. It's almost like he's waiting for you to start eating before he eats. Please, will you try
I
it,
don't
milady?
have to eat, which is funny. I don't have to eat or drink anymore, so I'm just gonna sit there awkwardly for like a few minutes because I forget that other people eat sometimes. So I'm just gonna sit there,
Okay.
make him wait.
He waits. He's just kind of he gestures he's like looking at the rest of the group. Please.
I'm eating.
Enjoy.
I'm eating right away as soon as the food's on the table.
Yep, same here.
Yeah. It's delicious. It is
Alright,
really
I'll
good
start eating
food.
too.
I mean,
I'll start eating.
think about like buttered lobster. Like that's kind of what it tastes like. Boiled mushrooms with kind of like a garlicky taste.
So good right now.
But as you guys start eating, and then finally Ashleen starts eating, then he goes ahead and takes the silverware in his hands and starts to munch away at the meal. Really, there's some downtime here, dinner time, whatever you guys want to have conversation about. If you want to talk to anybody, you want to. It's totally up to you what you guys do here in this point. I know you're Brackthel's guests here, but you're not. You're free to do what it is that you would like to do here.
I definitely want to scope out like entrance ways and exit points in this room.
Okay. From the main entry, there's 3 more places that you can see as access. There's one at the far north, above at the top of these steps up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's an entryway that you've seen some of the servants coming in and out of over here.
Okay.
And then there's another door over here that has not been used since you guys have been here.
I'm almost wondering if we use the little boy's room excuse and send mom and baby to go find the little boy's room. Okay. Unless you guys have a better idea.
I wanna
Does
just-
that mean
I
you want
don't-
me to say I have to use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. The food is really good. I mean,
Oh,
all right.
this is a delicacy. I'm glad you're
Oh.
enjoying it, little one.
Oh man, I really have to use the bathroom. Do you have a bathroom in here anywhere?
He kind of looks at you, Ashley, and is like, yes, you could use my personal quarters.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I really have to go. Oh my goodness, something didn't settle right in my tummy. I really got to go.
Okay, milady, do you mind if I take the little one to use the restroom?
Oh, please, if his mother could accompany him as well, that would be fine, Braxel. Thank you for your kindness. No, I wouldn't say I would say thank you for your kindness, but yeah.
Yeah,
But I-
yeah. If you said kindness, he'd probably be like, "Oh, terrible."
This is really good.
I have a plan.
Okay.
I say in the mentals. I have a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Ragthor kind of gets up from, or just walks away from the table because there are no seats. Gestures towards you to follow. Are you the only one going, Vix, or who else was going?
If no one else starts to walk with him, then
No, I will definitely
Molfen
go.
will
with
follow.
you.
Okay, I have 0% on my phone battery, so I was unable to talk.
Oh,
Hi.
sorry, buddy.
I had like 0% on my phone battery and could not turn on my
Sorry about
video,
that.
but hopefully, wait, I'm going with him.
You going? Okay.
My mom.
I bet that
is
my phone
coming
is
with me.
Yes, I'm going with him. My phone is at literally 0%. I have no idea how it's still on, but I cannot use anything. Anyway,
I will
I'll go with
also
him.
go with them.
Okay. So we've got Diana, Silver, Vix.
there we go.
Diana, Silver, Vix,
Love that.
and
Mommy and Daddy.
So those three, you three are traveling with Bractal. Okay. Fantastic.
Molfen is going to think to Diana. If things go sideways, let me know, and I will cause a scene in here so that you can escape.
That's why we have our secret. Wait, can we all hear that, or is that just to Diana?
It's sort of group chat, so you'd be
Okay.
able to hear it like we were sitting at the table.
Yeah, I think Zoss froze. So
That's why we
yeah.
have
Well,
that's why we have the secret word.
I have that spell that I can make a copy of myself and turn
Honestly,
That's what I
invisible.
was thinking.
yes, good
Why
call.
don't we just do the Renaissance tonight, and we'll attack tomorrow? We don't have
We're not
to do
attacking
anything.
tonight. We're
I'm just
he's
gonna
go
scout.
snooping.
That
Yeah,
is
we're
the
doing the
plan, but
Renaissance.
now we have to be concerned over this. We are now in separate places. I cannot stop somebody from dispelling them.
Everybody can
I
leave
can.
me alone once I come out of the bathroom. I'll snoop around a little bit, invisibly, teleport and drop the spell at the same time to be in the same spot as where my illusion is.
Okay,
Okay.
that's actually kind of brilliant.
Unless someone goes to grab the illusion.
Don't let anybody touch me. Why would they touch me?
Oh no, we lost Sauce completely.
Oh no.
Unless I died.
Yeah.
How far does this telecommunication thing work?
Don't leave the plane.
Okay, all right, that's good.
All right, you guys going with him?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, he leads you out that left-hand door. Okay.
It's just me opening a dummy video to fix the video layout.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Matthew. He eventually that door opens up and it goes into a little hallway, and then it curves up around. So you're actually traveling upstairs. You go what seems to be probably like 2 floors, kind of like around this place, and it opens up into an area that's kind of like an open hallway area at the end, where you can see that there are what looks to be kind of like a library almost. This opens up into a top, like it's like a foyer with a library, and there's a closed door. And he leads you to another he opens the door, and there's this like elongated rug with loth-like symbols on it. The fairy fire glows of all these lanterns continue down the hallway, and you can see there are several doors on either side of the hall. He looks at you and says, "We don't really have anything like a private restroom. We do have our individual chamber pots that our servants take care of course."
That's fine. I really have to go, please. Oh man, it's coming really fast. I feel it.
Come. Yeah.
It's really fast.
This is why I don't do children. And he runs down to the end. And you are put into this room, and I'm going to copy and paste these tokens here, and then take you guys over to a new map.
Oh man, we're in another room.
You are in another room. As he opens the door to his own private chambers.
Oh, I have so much I can explore.
And I'm going to shift ping you guys to the top corner room, which you can see is, nicely furnished. Has kind of like a desk area and some storage areas, a table to eat from in his bed. They're in here, and he's kind of like, okay, yeah. Then he goes and keeps the chamber pot under the bed. He kind of pulls it out. And he's like, I guess I'll just wait in the hall.
Yes, please.
I don't do.
Wait in the hall.
I don't do children. Looks at Diana. I don't do children. And then,
I know how to wipe myself.
And walks out, and he doesn't close the door, but he disappears into the hallway.
I will go out.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't want to do that, do you? Do you?
I'll make imitation, just upset stomach, explosive noises, like with my armpit, and
he looks at Silver and is like,
"Yeah, it's a very fragile stomach. It's actually might be." If you want to make your way back to the party, I'm sure we could find our way back. If that is, get back to your company there. It won't be long, I promise.
Make a persuasion check, Silver.
That will be a 26.
Yes, I probably should get back to Milady downstairs. Just keep an eye on the little one, and just come right back down whenever he's finished. Don't
make some mess. We'll clean it up.
Don't worry about the mess. The servants will take care of it. That's their job.
Okay.
He just like watches you, and then he walks back down the hallway. Down towards the stairs, walks through this door, and it closes behind him.
I say in my head, we're all clear, he's coming back to the party.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be that easy.
Oh.
So my question is...
Just to make sure to fill the chamber pot, or else he'll know it's a ruse.
I can't just say that I cleaned it myself, because I felt bad?
Mm-mm.
Well, all right.
Leave a limit if you have to.
Pull my pants down. Let me use the bathroom. Let me roll for performance here.
Can you perform under pressure to go to the bathroom in a chamber pot while you're scoping out?
That's a 29.
29.
So...
Yeah, you don't seem to mind that that Diana is in the room.
Thanks, I hate it. Diana would not stay for that.
Yeah, she would be out.
She would at least be by the door.
Yeah, the minute you started doing that, she is out of
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
no.
Woo!
Diana did message and say if she's nodding in her video, she is assisting. So I'm picturing Diana nodding right now and is helping Vix with what he's trying to do. And she is nodding to agree with me
You don't
because she has no idea what she just agreed to.
No,
No,
no.
no.
Get out of there, Diana! Get out of there! No!
He was using the restroom.
Treasure Coast Tabletop says Constitution saving throw. I like it. I like it. That's good.
I know my girlfriend. She would never.
You need help. Squeeze it out. Squeeze it out.
Oh.
Can't you be like a little kid and just say you didn't have to go?
No, I.
Well, it's too
really
late
don't-
now.
It's too late now. Yeah, you're in it now.
This pod is full.
Okay.
I've been holding it in for a couple days.
So my question for the three of you is, what are you doing? He has left you.
So is he the one
Michael,
that was?
that's the question of this entire campaign. What are you doing?
Yeah.
This party, what are you doing? We don't
Is
know.
he the one that was really good at making this magical swords, or is he just the one that's good at wielding them?
What you're getting the idea is that he's good at wielding them.
Okay. I want to look for the guy whose room was really good at making like magical objects to see if he has any like secret prototypes or something.
Okay, so you're just gonna try to like break into all these rooms? Is that what you're trying to do?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I like scope out every room and be like, is there anything good in here?
If there's a hallway, I'll go like outside of this hallway. If there's like another hallway that connects, I will go stand there and keep watch.
Okay, there's a hallway to your north that has a closed door right now. And the hallway, basically it's just a long hallway from north to south, and they both have like double
Okay.
doors blocking each side. So it's up to you which way you'd...
I just stand in the middle of the hallway then. For like
Why don't we
years.
not look for treasure and look for ways in and out of here?
Vix is the one
I'm a very greedy character.
Oh, okay.
I like to steal objects.
I mean, all the candles are definitely gone.
Yeah.
Keep in mind there are 3 high, powerful wizards here
That's true. That's
who
true.
may or may
I-
not have booby-trapped their rooms
True.
to turn small, annoying children into toads if they open the door.
That's true. That's really true. I will. I'll search this first room. I'll see if there's anything neato, any notes, secret doors.
Okay, go ahead.
As Molfin says that, before you do that, Vix, I'm gonna cast. Wait, no, I have to spell magic, not detect magic. Never mind. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
This room, I'm assuming, will be fine.
Okay, you can go ahead and make an investigation check.
10.
Good. There's like a pretty nice dagger sitting on that table right there, in the middle of the room.
I have a nice dagger.
There is like a locked crate by the bed, and also a locked crate up on the northern side of the room. But other than that, the investigation just wields, just basically what you can see there. Nothing really stands out as anything like you specifically said.
All right. Guys, I don't see anything in this room.
Let's go to the next room.
All right, next room it is.
MG in chat says, may I advise against stealing random daggers.
Do I have Dispel Magic? Or Detect Magic? Or either of those?
The spell is on the text.
I don't have either of those things. Well, I'm going to try the door handle. Is the door open?
It is, so you're just going to try the handle?
Yeah,
It is,
I'm going to try the handle.
it is locked.
Oh.
I don't have like lock
Molfin,
picks.
Molfin,
Oh, you don't?
Molfin, Callista, the group downstairs. What's everybody's passive perceptions?
21.
33.
Okay.
21 and 22, I think. Let me double check. Passive perception 22.
All of you notice the transmuter mage seems a little startled and starts heading towards the door.
Incoming. You.
Apparently, you just woke up the wizard.
Yeah.
I would
you
just
have the
keep
wizard's
walking.
room.
I would keep walking and make it look like I'm a kid who like tries all the doors as he walks by, like in the hotel rooms.
Oh no.
Like I'm just I'm pulling on the handles as I walk by.
Okay.
For all of them. I'm doing it for all of them.
I gotta BRB while I
Yes,
Well-
yes, Diana, we can read this.
Yes, we can read that. Let's.
So I'll go over to this door and pull on this handle as we walk by it.
Coming up here.
That one is also locked.
All right, and then as we walk by the next one, I'll pull on this handle.
On that handle. Okay.
I'm having a sensation that mommy is now beating on the child as Zoss is writing rapid. Yep.
Yeah.
She is now beating the child. You are now have a PO'd mom beating you in the back of the head for bothering people's rooms.
What are you doing? Stop that!
Well, I'm under the assumption that they are ahead of me, and I'm just like wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Okay. Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Silver, are you doing anything, or are you just kind of standing in the middle of the hallway right there?
I see Vic's doing
It's
that.
back his hand.
I'm gonna start walking down the left side and doing the same thing.
Okay, so you're going to this next room door? Okay.
All the way down to where Vix is, and do that one on that one side too.
Okay. The guys downstairs, you notice Sabrak drops his fork and starts to head towards the same doorway, and he almost runs into Ulcerson, and they kind of like almost run, and they look at each other. And Callista, looking at their voices, you can see your alarm too. Yes. Someone just tried to enter my room.
Whatever you're doing, there's alarms on whatever you're touching.
Oh, don't touch the door.
Wizards are now speaking. They are coming to kill who is ever in the hallway.
You have at
Congratulations.
least 4 incoming.
Get out of there now.
We start walking back the way we were shown into this place.
Because you're going to start walking down the steps in? Okay. So I'm assuming that Diana's going to be smacking Vix all the way down the steps. No.
Molfin is going to
You're
speaking
gonna hit
to
him
the
hard
group.
once.
Speaking to the group, Diana, when you enter the main hall, you grab him by the collar and you throw him down the stairs. Make a visible sign.
Yes.
It needs to be shown that you are disappointed and this brat is being punished.
He's not lying this time. Gotta play it out.
He needs to be beaten until he is bleeding.
I know how to
Okay,
fly.
that's-
Just throw me.
that's a little-
Just right, honey.
I know how to fly, just throw me. That's a good one.
I act like a mad mom and yell, and she will slap him.
Stage
Stage slap him.
Oh,
Okay.
Stage
Sounds
slap.
worse than
Gotcha,
it is.
Gotcha.
And when she stage slaps me, I'll pretend she slapped me so hard that she knocked me down the stairs.
Okay. Make a performance check.
All right.
Actually, Diana, make a performance check too. I want you both to make performance checks. 'Cause I don't think I had Zoss roll anything yet.
Can I
tonight, so-
inspire her with? Can I inspire her?
How
her
are
with
you
the comedic?
How are you inspiring?
With the comedic energy of wiggling all the doorknobs.
Sure.
Zos might be channeling the angry mom a little too
She
much.
might-
You can add a D12 to it, Zos, if it's low.
She's going for that D12.
Oh, that's not good for me. I say, but it's still a high-ish number.
Mm.
I rolled a 22.
Nice. Very nice. Gonna beat his. What did Zos get? 11 plus modifier, I think 4.
Is that with the D12? Oh dear.
Okay. The benefit of this is they don't quite see the actual slap happen. They just hear it. And it's kind of like what, like what wrestlers do, where they kind of smack another part of their body to make it sound like it's worse than it really is. And Vix takes his tumble down these steps, and you immediately bump into feet that are walking up the steps, and you look up and see the drow that had the kind of trench coat with the extended collar looking down at you. Child, what are you doing?
I was being a bad boy, and my matron slapped me, and I fell down the stairs. I was wiggling doorknobs just because I used to do it at home. It made me feel joyous. I was passing by.
Well, let me be the first to say you've probably deserved it.
I know.
You should be grateful that you haven't been sacrificed to Loth, the Spider Queen, already.
I am very grateful.
Or perhaps we could even try to transform you into something grotesque. How would you like that, little one? And he gets kind of closer to your face.
I meet him with very angry eyes.
Silver's now standing back behind you, and Diana's there
Yeah,
cussing you out.
Silver looks more angry at the people talking to Vix though than
I
he does at
believe
Vix.
that I have been punished enough. Now, if you would, allow me to go down these stairs and continue my dinner. Because if you want to try to transform me into something grotesque, I will surely try to transform you back.
He kind of smirks at you saying this and looks up at Diana and says, "This child of yours has some spunk." I hope so. He needs to be put in his place. But I trust that you will do it, my lady. And he kind of bows, and it seems like the other individual looks at him, and perhaps we should go upstairs and check just to make sure. And they both walk by you guys and continue up the steps, and it looks like they have 2 other drow with them that are just kind of following with them. And they just move past you and start going back up the steps to the 2nd level again.
Every time I think that I'm being a bad child, they love it. They love when you're a bad child. I just don't get it.
Well, I shrug and go back to dinner, I guess.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way back down to dinner. And I will take you guys back to the banquet hall area down there as you guys are back down here. It seems that and Brackthel kind of is like looking at us. Is everything okay?
Apparently, it's very bad to wiggle door handles as you walk by.
Yes.
Have you
Ziv.
have you ever been a child? Do you not understand the joy of wiggling door handles?
Well, I can't say I haven't been, punished for things of that nature in the past, but you learn very quickly, under the crack of the whip, to do what you're told.
Yes, I was slapped down the stairs, and then those stupid magic types decided to tell me they were going to try to transform me into a horrible creature. I cannot believe
They're just
how...
doing their duty to toughen you up.
I bet I could beat them in a fight.
Ooh, look at you.
Ziv.
You're true. You're exactly right. They seem to be like super stoked of the way you talk to people. And so, like,
I can be a complete dick, and it's fine.
So are you feeling okay now?
Yes, I am much better now that I have released my bowels and
Okay.
returned to the
Okay,
table.
I'm going to stop right there. Servant! He walks off. And he looks like he walks away, leaves you guys alone. He's looking for a servant to go upstairs and clean his chamber pot.
Yeah. Well, did you guys find anything of interest? You were gone for a bit.
There was nothing.
Don't touch the door handles.
Yeah.
So those must be personal quarters. So at least we know where they're staying.
Yeah.
We know a way to draw them away from other people now.
We literally
Also,
just touched all the doors.
they came running.
Means there are probably powerful magic artifacts in those rooms.
Dispel their magic on the doors, and then we could sneak in and find those magic artifacts.
It would take me 10 minutes to dispel their enchantments.
I'll have to do it really fast.
And given the fact that somebody just tried to break into their rooms
Yeah, they might sense that.
and failed miserably,
Well, honestly, I wasn't trying to break in. I was trying to walk in case maybe they left it unlocked.
did it not occur to you to check and see if maybe there were any sort of traps or alarms on the doors first?
I was too excited.
There was alarms on the doors.
Obviously, they went running out of the room.
Thank you, Silver. Thank you for backing me up.
Just letting you know.
High five.
You guys are too literal sometimes, so that's coming from me.
I am very big. Thank you.
I didn't say you were small. You're
Oh, I said
welcome.
little. Sorry.
No, literal.
Oh, literal.
I like to think so.
Between the two of us, we'll have a terrible conversation sometime.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really, yes.
Owen is going to directly look at Callista and just think, is this what your life is like every day?
Oh, you're waking up to it, are you?
We can hear you.
It's kind of
Yeah.
amazing though, because like I can literally say the craziest stuff, and they're just like, "Good job."
It's strange here.
It's still endearing. I say, looking at Molten.
At that point, you guys notice a hush come over the banquet as the music seems to change. Up top on this little balcony way. Walking out of this opening at the top, you can see 3 figures, flanked by what looks to be 6 drow males, not dressed in evening wear, more like they're dressed in their drow armor with blades. But you can see at the top here an individual walking in wearing an elegant and flowing white dress, wearing what looks to be some kind of withering crown above her head, flanked either side by 2 beautiful drow women, wearing very nice gowns of darkened leathers and inlays of different kind of gemstones and what looks to be kind of pretty fancy attire. I don't have the tokens for the drow flanking them, but Ryald immediately speaks to all of you and says, that's her. That's Xerath, the one with the crown in the middle. To her left, that's Kiri. To her right, that's the priestess Shinraya. She looks much younger. And Xerath kind of approaches the end of this balcony way and holds up a glass. It's so good to see all of you. And she holds out the glass to everybody. Let's celebrate tonight. To new beginnings. And she kind of just takes a toast, takes a sip of whatever wine or whatever she's drinking. And then there is a table brought up there. It's like kind of like brought up by the servants. And they all stand at this table at the top, and they begin to eat their meal at the very top of the balcony way. Sabrak and Usairin are still not back yet. They're still up in the top with their 2... I'll just go ahead and put them on the GM layer there. Their 2 servants.
When the old woman came out, where was she looking?
She was just sweeping across the room. Like, she was just dressing the crowd.
I want to try and focus on their conversation if they have any.
Okay. I'm going to say because of, like, the elevation and stuff, it's going to be a difficult check, so it's going to be with disadvantage to make a perception check to focus on them.
Is that who we're here to kill?
That's 2 natural 17s.
Nice.
Plus 18.
Plus 18, that's ridiculous. You can't see every word, but you catch some pieces of conversation. Talk about... They're working on something that's going to change the direction of the house. And then it is near completion. Your perception kind of sees that Kiri, the first priestess up there, is actually asking, kind of questioning Xerath. Like, are you sure that this individual can be trusted? As they're going back and forth. And then you hear, you can see, you catch a glimpse, but of course I can. This individual has knowledge of them.
It's gotta be.
Stop it, Jamie. Stop.
Thank
you.
It's us.
But
Oh God.
other than that, like that's like the gist of like the entire conversation.
Okay, I'll relay that
Kiri
back.
seems to be almost like like the devil's advocate here in this conversation.
Mhm.
It almost seems like
Purposely.
it purposely being the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And Xerath has a confident demeanor about everything she says. Like there is
Okay.
no doubt in her mind. And Shenraya seems to be going with Xerath 100%. It's just kind of like she's not really talking much. She's just going, "Yes, mother. Yes, mother."
Yeah.
You know, just kind of just going with it.
Mm-hmm. I will relay that
Courage.
mentally.
Okay, I'll turn to Brechthel and say, what are they talking about? New beginnings around here.
You know, that is a really good question, but I hear there's good things to come. The house has been trying to negotiate some deals recently on how we can, well, get back to where we came from. We don't feel as if we have risen to our full potential. But apparently Xerath has a plan for where to go from here. I trust.
How far up do they intend to go?
Well, hopefully one day all the way to the top, right? Isn't that what we all desire? As he looks around the table at all the drow. Even this one? He
Of
points
course.
to the child.
To go above and beyond House Bainray itself.
Well,
That's some mighty big claims.
he kind of smiles and says, well, we all have our own motivations, so to speak, but... Oh, lost Zoss
no,
again.
we lost Zoss again.
Yeah, hold on, no. Pull back up.
Sorry about that, folks watching. Zoss is having phone battery issues.
Yeah.
Real quick, Molfin is going to send a thing to the group. Would anyone mind if I sent a message to someone?
Depends who.
Who are you
They
thinking?
won't know. You said one up there was questioning the plan.
Yeah.
They won't know who I am. But I can see them, so I can send them a message. Just to put another worm in their ear.
How about we not play with fire until tomorrow? Send her a message later tonight when we're not present?
You're no fun.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep us all alive.
Do
If they
something about
find-
the small one then, trying to break into wizard rooms.
I'll
Mhm.
deal with this later.
They like me.
Yes.
They'd like you without a hand. Give you a
What?
club foot.
Excuse me. How can I be stronger than you?
Callista chuckles.
Who are you asking?
The guy whose name I forgot.
Brechthel.
Brechthel? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, if you keep up your desire, demeanor, and work ethic as I've seen so far, maybe one day.
You really think it would take that long to get to your level?
Are you questioning my ability?
I'm just saying, it doesn't seem like you're too crazy strong.
This child
I
is
feel like I'm
questioning
pretty
my
close.
ability. What is this?
Isn't he precious?
Questions everything.
I have the slight feeling that Diana would probably smack him in the back of the head.
Yeah, probably.
I lean down to his ear and not so subtly say, probably not too long.
You hear Xerath at the top of the balcony address everybody below. She's now standing. It seems to be she's finishing off chewing some of her food as she stands. I'm sorry, everyone, but I cannot contain my excitement any longer. I know we have squandered through our existence for the last several painful months. And some of our plans have been hindered by outside interference. But I have good news. For I have sensed they are on our doorstep. They are close. And we must all be prepared for their arrival. But I'm excited. Because through our acquisitions recently, we were able to discover something very exciting. Something that I feel is going to help us rise to the top. Servants! Bring him up here. I would like for him to dine at our table. And you hear like a throughout the crowd. And the door for the servants area, where all the servants have been walking out, opens. And you see what looks to be a couple like orcs and a few goblins are all kind of coming out. And you see them come out and they're pulling on these. One of the goblins has like a chain leash. He's pulling on this chain. And out steps a small individual. Size of a gnome. The leash is kind of connected to this metal binding that seems to wrap him up. And you guys have an inner gasp. You recognize who this individual is. You haven't seen him since you fought together with him when you took on Iamrith. It's Gimbal Glitterwrench. And he's being drug out by a few of these servants with this little chain. And he's taken up the right side steps, up on top of the podium area, and brought to the side of Xerath. The goblin kind of just like bows away and just sinks back into the darkness as he drops like the chain leash down. And little Gimbal's up there just kind of like looking back and forth with this collar around his neck. Standing next to Xerath, and Xerath kind of puts her arm kind of down around this little individual. You see, this one is going to help us. Going to help us get back what is ours. What belonged to us in the first place. This little one will help. And he's just like looking around, and he kind of just, he looks like he's dirty. It looks like he's like got a like a lump on his head, like he's been hit with something. And he's just kind of standing there. He's not saying anything. I think he's like, you can tell he's fearful of this whole situation. And you can hear like some murmurs going across around the room. And then it slowly starts to kind of pour up into like a little bit of applause as she holds up her glass one more time. And like I said, everybody be weary and ready. Last I sensed they were near. We need to be ready. There's not much time. And she basically pulls the little Gimbal over to the table. He's not even tall enough to like reach anything, but she like pulls him over, and two of the armor-clad drow kind of like just stand closely right behind him. What do you guys do?
Someone tell Gimbal that we're here to rescue him and ask him what the plans are.
Who is that?
Oh my god. Gimbal.
He's an
I don't
ally
know who
from our
that is.
past.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that built me the insight bot, right?
He is. You guys met him in like first 15 episodes of
I did
Storm
not
King's-
meet Gimbal, actually.
You've never met Gimbal? Oh, well, you met
No.
him for Iamrith because he came and
Yeah.
fought.
Yeah.
But he disappeared.
Yeah, but
During
he's
the
a close
Iron
ally
Fight.
of ours
Mhm.
that will fight with us.
Yep, and MG says he built Lachlan's repeating crossbow.
Hmm
Yeah.
Is this a pineapple moment?
How much
He said pineapple.
how much attention are people paying to Molfen right now?
It seems like there's these individual hushed conversations happening around the room. Like, what is going on? There's like a servant up there eating at the matron's table. What possibly is going? Like, it seems like the individuals down below have no clue what is going
No
on.
context.
They
Yeah.
don't have any context.
Who's they? Is they us?
Or does it look like anyone's paying attention to our table? Do I think I can get away?
You can try.
Molfen's gonna look specifically at Callista. I may have an idea, but it requires rapid departure.
Okay.
If I set it, I can make myself scarce and remove him.
Are you gonna hide him?
Look back over at Callista. Do I remove him?
Until tomorrow.
We don't have backup.
We don't know if we may have been betrayed if she knows we're coming.
How do you get him out?
I didn't say I was getting him out. I said I would remove him. We have no tie to him. He is nothing but a merchant.
Molfen.
Oh my god.
He fought with us.
Yes, and so
think
did
he's-
Crone, and one day I'll kill him too.
Crowan is a different matter. Don't compare him to Crowan. That's not fair. You know that.
Yeah, but now he is aiding them against us.
Against his will, it looks like.
He's been kidnapped. He disappeared. You know how they treat people here. Do you really think he's had an easy go?
No, I'm offering him an escape.
Not like that.
I can maybe get him out.
No,
If I can
have you
get
not
up
done
to him.
enough?
I can actually get him out if I can get up to him, but you'll be without me for a day. And I can turn invisible and try to walk up there, but if they see me, it's a grab and go.
Right, and you are a drow, which puts all the other drow in this party at risk.
Yeah.
At worst case, if they catch me, I am nothing but a deep gnome that all of a sudden they can attempt to kill as well. You have been claimed as one of the as gestures at Diana. You're her child if you are involved, and so is she. And so is every other manor of the house.
Mm.
I have an idea. It's not as good.
Or
I
could
have an
send a
idea.
mess- Or I could send,
Send
a
him a
message.
message. Tell him we're here to save
Not
him.
to him.
Oh.
I could attempt to feeble mind him, and then he can't give any information until we export him.
I don't
But you
like
could
that.
be seen casting it.
Very possibly.
I don't. What if they torture him for information and he can't give it up?
What is he going to give them? He has nothing on us.
We
haven't
don't.
seen him in months.
Whatever he's making, that's what I mean. Like, what if they want him for one last
He's an
piece of
inventor,
this
Molten.
thing?
And if she's bringing him out and tossing him around, damage done. Item completed.
Then what's the point in killing him at all? If he's already done his purpose, why kill him? There's no reason for it.
Confusion.
What?
Oh, confusion.
Questioning.
No.
How did he die in my own home?
No. Listen to yourself. No. We're here to kill them, not him. This is about protecting Dad. Or have you forgotten that?
Protecting Callista?
Mostly I'm doing this for Dad. Yes, me, because it's annoying. They're annoying me, but I'm doing this for him. They've done enough damage. It needs to end.
Raud kind
Do I
of
just remove her?
Raud mentally looks at you all and it's not going to end until she gets what he has. She wants what you've taken from her. She's using coming after me as a means to an end.
Well, we're not giving you up that easily. So, what's the plan for right now? I say we contact Gimbal, tell him to wait see if he can hold out one more day for us. Tell him we're here to rescue him. And if he can, possibly bide us time.
I say we stick to the plan we have at hand and don't mess it up.
She knows we're coming.
Of course she knows we're coming. I never doubted that.
There's a
But
chance
she doesn't
that
know we're here.
there's a chance that if you message him while we're here, he could give us up now. Who says that she hasn't already broken him?
We
I
don't
thought
message
just
him over
messaging
here.
her.
What do
I
you want to
need to
send her?
message her.
Can you wait till we're out of the room?
That's why I was thinking I would be gone.
Okay.
Okay.
They're not paying attention to me. I'm a servant.
Right, yeah.
I turn invisible and vanish, just leave out the front door.
Sure.
Then I'll send her a message.
I'm much more comfortable with that idea
Yes.
than you ending Gimbal.
That being said, Molfin's gonna cast greater invisibility and take off running.
Okay, so you just cast a spell and vanish.
Just basically looking around, gonna step under the table.
Okay.
Just to give myself a little bit of, again, as we're looking around, making
I'll
sure
drop
no one's really
I'll
looking.
drop a silverware or something on the floor
Okay.
and kick it up at the table.
Okay.
And
tell
then
him to
just
pick
really
it up.
quick, poof, make myself vanish and take off.
Callista, make a sleight of hand check for me. And Molfin, make a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah, that'll be pretty good.
How'd you do, Callista?
Oh.
13 plus 1, 14.
14.
And that's a 19 on my stealth check.
Okay, so yeah, the dropping of the silverware definitely looks authentic to Racthel. And you sneak under the table and vanish. And
and then just a mad sprint out the front door.
Okay.
Back the same way they came.
Make an insight check for me.
Insight?
Insight.
Okay. Again, not horrible. 14.
14. As you're making your way out the front door, you have a strange feeling as you're going down those steps, and the head of that massive jade spider is looking right at you. It doesn't do anything, but it's watching you.
Perfect.
So you at least know it can see you.
Yep.
Okay.
Right out the front door.
Okay. Sure.
And as soon as I'm out, sort of turn around, like out the front door, sort of turn right and start looking for somewhere that I can sort of duck in. Like a little nook or a corner somewhere where I can sort of be out of the way for a few minutes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's places to kind of tuck and hide within here. Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Sending.
Okay.
And send a message to the matron that I was just watching and listening to her talk.
Okay. Sure. What would you like to send
And
as your message?
I'm saying to her, going to say, rumor has it you're still looking for what I took from you. Would love to know what your plan is. Perhaps we should talk.
I knew you were close. Bring the flask. We could talk. And that's all you get back.
Almost actually going to burn another spell slot.
Okay.
And just laughs for a good probably like 3 or 4 words worth of just laughing. And why would I ever bring it to you? What possibly could be in it for me? Having a Dawn Titan in my pocket is worth so much more than you.
There's a little bit of silence. Listen, you have an opportunity to meet with me to discuss terms. Bring the flask and we'll discuss it. There's no way you can hide from me forever. And that's all you get.
Molfin's going to start looking for a place where he can hunker down and somewhere out of the way where he can... Looking for a nice little sort of hidey hole I can crawl into to spend the night right next to the house.
Your best bet would be going to the lizard stalls.
Sort of thinking that myself. Going right into, sort of stick my head over.
Mm-hmm.
Misty step right into the lizard stalls.
Okay. You transport yourself into the lizard stalls. The one that you're transported in is currently empty at this moment. It seems like the lizards are kind of like the doors are like open to the stall areas, so they can kind of like work in and out as they please, going in and out.
Does it have like sort of that like typical barn roof where there's like open rafters?
Yeah, it actually does have open rafters in the top. Yeah.
So Molfin's gonna, a couple seconds just bamf himself up into the rafters.
Excellent. Perfect.
So that way, if the things are coming in,
okay,
they might pick up a scent, but at least I'm not right there where something might want to start, licking or gnawing.
Perfect. And as you are tucked away in the rafters, and the rest of the group is still in the dinner party, surrounded by this awkward feeling that they have as they watch little Gimbal Glitterwrench up there at the matron mother's table with a leash around his neck. That's where we're going to end tonight's episode of Kindred Lists. Is the